Let me tell you a story. Not about gods, not at first, but about you. You, waking up again, way too early. The same alarm, same thoughts. You're not even tired. You're exhausted. There's the job you keep trying to make work, the relationship you keep fixing, but can't quite feel safe in, the self-improvement plan you restart every Monday like clockwork, the addiction you're trying to quit, but it won't quit you back. You try, again and again. You push that boulder uphill with every ounce of belief you have left, until it slips, until it all rolls back down, and somehow you start over. Sisyphus was a king. He cheated death twice. He was clever, rebellious, defiant. The gods didn't like that, so they gave him a punishment, to push a massive boulder up a mountain. But just before he could reach the top, it would roll back down forever. No matter how hard he worked, no matter how much progress he made, it was never enough and never complete. He wasn't in chains. He wasn't bleeding. But he was trapped in a loop of effort with no release, of movement with no arrival. And that's the kind of suffering you can't see on the outside. It lives in your breath, your bones, your dreams. Sisyphus isn't just a story about punishment. It's a story about the human condition. Because how many of us are stuck in emotional loops? Patterns that play out in jobs, relationships, habits, and where we know the outcome, but do it anyway? Maybe we were taught that love is earned, that rest must be deserved, that peace comes after the climb. So we keep climbing, chasing perfection, begging for relief, worshipping hustle, calling it growth, but really, it's fear. Because what happens if you stop? If you let the boulder fall and don't chase after it? Who are you without the struggle? That's what the myth really asks. Not how strong are you, but why are you still climbing? Here's the twist. The gods never told Sisyphus to care. They just told him to push. What if the real rebellion wasn't to fight the gods, but to stop giving the struggle meaning it never had? That job you keep forcing? That relationship you keep rescuing? That version of yourself you keep punishing into discipline? What if you're allowed to walk away? You don't have to burn your life down. You just have to put the boulder down and notice the view from where you are. Right now, not at the summit, not after the breakthrough. Now, there's a peace that comes when you stop trying to win your own life and just decide to live it. That's the part nobody talks about. But the ones who've done it, they'll tell you it's not failure, it's freedom. So if you're tired of starting over, good. That means you're ready to stop. And once you do, that's when everything begins. Sometimes life isn't asking you to push harder. It's asking you to see the hill differently. Because maybe you were never meant to reach the top. Maybe you were meant to wake up on the climb. Thanks for being with us today, for these timeless stories that still apply to our lives. And gracias for subscribing so we find each other again. You're not alone. And neither was Sisyphus. He just didn't know he had a choice. Now you do.